Hello there. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little look at a game here. It's Lijiang Tower, and we're attacking point, and we have Mercy Lucio. That's not what to have really. Not the enemy supports are looking much better. They have Brig and Moira. That's much better. Though Brig doesn't really work with Ashe and Torb, but enough about that. Anyways, we need to figure out where to go, especially since we have Symmetra. It is very crucial where we go. So, but we'll just follow the team a little bit. See what they do. Okay, let's pause. Okay, so Ash is coming up here. That's fine. But we need to decide. We need to decide whether or not we're going to the point or not. Lucy wanted to go to point, but he's just been flanking up until now anyway, so he's just doing his own thing. We only have Mercy for support, which isn't too much. And so we might want to go back to point instead, since we're not being followed by Lucio. It's very hard to take a roll or to go right on the enemy if you don't have enough healing. But at the same time, it could be very, very risky to go back to point here for us, because since they have Ashe and Torb, they can just poke us down, and we might not get any value from the sim because they need to get close to the sim. So if they can get a couple of picks off before they go into the point, it will be very hard for the sim to get any value at all. And then it might be better to just go right onto their face. That depends if we can hold on here in the brawl or not. So we'll just have to see. Here there's a little mistake here. Not necessarily of our mistake, of where we're going or anything. That looks kind of funny. Anyways, our Sim and Zarya are not in a great position here. This is really, really bad. Absolutely terrible place to stand. Why exactly? Well, it's not because we shouldn't go here. This is a good place for us to be. It just depends on how we can hold on now. But what is the Sim trying to do here? Is if she can set the turrets on the wall here, well, she can do that from further behind as well. Is she trying to shoot the Rhine shield? No, she can't reach that far anyways. So, and can she escape from here? No, she cannot escape because there's a wall here. So she needs to go back here and around the wall. So if we get damaged now, or if we need to fall back, Sim will die because she cannot move right to the side. Zarya has shields and lots of more HP, so that's less risky for her. But I would not recommend for the Zarya to stand here either. It's much better to stand in one of the doors. This door right here, or this door right here. Tanks should stand in the first door, and supports and those squishes should stand in this door right here. That is usually the best option. Tanks might also need to go into this door, but if you are that badly pressured already, then you should have gone the other way around, and you will probably lose this fight anyways. But yeah, here the sim should be a little bit further behind here instead, because it's very like if we need to fall back to the point now, the sim will most likely die. Maybe the Zarya as well. And then there won't be any support for the Rhine, who is now alone around this place right here. So the Rhine will probably die as well. Though we have Mercy, so we can rest one, but this is not a good position to be in. Just stand 2 meters more behind and close to this wall instead, or right behind the Rhine if you want that. But they have Hog and they have Brig, so that can be a little bit dangerous. So I would just rather recommend standing here. And maybe placing up some turrets on the wall here. I don't know. We'll have to see. And there it is. So the Symmetra died. It's a little bug here, I don't know. Anyways, she died trying to fall back to the point by the Ashe. Ashe is standing over here. But if the Symmetra had stood longer, just here from the beginning, she would have been able to dodge the shots very quickly. Ryan falled back so that he's standing closer to the Symmetra, so it's easier to fall back to point. And you see here also placing the turrets over here. It can work, but Brig noticed them, and they will notice them. So it's better to place them up here or just place them up there because we need to fall back. We need to get a point. We won't win if we get a point, so we need to go to the point. And for them to contest us, for them to win, they need to go to the point as well. So you can just place them here instead, because turrets have a cooldown, like tracer blinks, and then place them here when we get further on the point. But this is very restable. I've already played this match, of course. I know what's going to happen, but this should be very much possible to rest here, especially with a little bit of help from the Rhine. That is the strong side of Mercy. Lucio still just on point by himself. That's not a good thing. Yes, that's a easy res. And it seems like they are getting a little bit too greedy here, which is lucky. And teleporter, like it's not gonna get a lot of value in mid fight anyways, so I'm not even gonna complain about that. But usually it would just be a better idea to walk and shoot instead of placing the tele. Like, it's not that tele is really bad, because you're telling back here, which is where you're supposed to go. It would probably just be better to walk there and shoot at the same time. Get your charge up and stuff. Place your turrets. But not really stake. Yes, and there the turrets are getting up there, and we should have this fight by now. We have already gotten a pick, but our Sarah is dead. Here we should just try and fall back if we need that, because this might be a little bit hard without the Zarya. But if we had already been on point earlier, we could have won this. But we already used the res, so we can't res it, and our Lucio didn't get any value early. He just has 22% on his ult, you know. We had wrong positions here, and we didn't really get the value we wanted. The res was way too early. That res did not need to happen there. We could save that rest for later. And here we could be able to contest the point. That really just depends on how much they push, how the Torb sets the turrets and stuff. But they are a bit behind. Again, this might be hard. We'll see. Yeah, it's just too much damage, just because the Brig is pushing as well. That's really nice at the Brig, because not always that Brig is pushing. But she is standing in a good position, so we should lose, especially because our Lucio just decides to. Oops. That's awkward. Yeah, you can see there the Lucio is just trying to push him by himself. Doesn't really work. So, and we were already one down, but Lucio does not getting any value here at all. Really, he doesn't go with the team. He pushes in alone when the team is with him. Can try and go a bit further here. Or actually, the fight is happening right away. We should get the Brig here. Can't get that, but we'll get lots of charge. Okay, so they pop Moira out. We should just fall back here. Again, we have Mercy Lucio. That's not enough healing. We really don't need Mercy in this. Like, Mercy can work with just a point about that, actually, because Mercy can work really well with both Symmetra and with Ashe, because they have lots of damage, and Symmetra needs healing a lot of the time because she's so far forward, and the damage boost is very, very nice on high damage targets. The same with Ashe, because the breakpoint of being able to one-hit people in the head. But the Mercy is not doing that. She's not pocketing the Symmetra, and she's not pocketing the Ashe. So she's not getting any value, really. She's just pumping out, is it 55 healing per second? Or 50? I think they buffed it to 55. 55 healing per second all of the time to one of the tanks, which is not really that much. She could just be going Moira or maybe not Ana. It's a bit hard, but even Brig would do a better job at healing our tanks than Mercy, because Brig heals a lot and the armor packs are crazy. Brig has much higher healing potential than what Mercy has. Brig Lucio is actually really, really good. It works in most ranks, at least up till Master. That is a good combo. So Mercy not really the best pick here. Makes it very hard, especially just a Moira ult alone is enough to push us back. Which should be enough. Like, Moira ult should be enough to push us back, but not to kill our Zarya when we were in a safe position. But the brig is almost Ooh. Okay, let's just watch that again. Their Rhine shield is full HP, so it will be hard to shatter here. That's why I didn't expect that. Yeah, like the Symmetra ult, you can use that however you want, but that was maybe a little bit too forward. It's not a terrible wall, but maybe it's a bit too forward. I would rather also place it so we get value. Maybe place it like this way instead, so that we can first stand here and use it when they are on this side, and then we move here and they fall back to point. We can use the wall here as well. Maybe that's better. But it's okay, and we can stand here safe now, but that's just like 1 meter. We could already stand behind this wall safe, and now we get 1 more meter that's safe. Like, wow. Doesn't really make a difference. Set it this way instead, and you could shield you can shoot the Rhine even better. But we get a lucky shatter. They had, not really lucky I guess, but they had full shield, so that shouldn't have happened. But okay, and we're popping lots of ults now. We should win, yeah. That is one way of winning a fight. Like there, Ryan just decided to drop his shield there. I mean, he was gold, I think, so that's fine, or flat. Here we should just focus on standing on points, and I believe we do for most of the remaining of this round. This game. Let's hope the characters load in now. Yep, they do. Let's just fast forward a little bit. New heroes there. They have Winston Zarya. This should be very, very easy for us now. Not necessarily because they have less shield or anything, but because Winston can't go in with anything. Shields is not an issue against this Symmetra, because if they don't have shield, you will damage them a crazy amount. But if they have shield, you will always put lots of pressure to them, and you will probably win the shield war. So that's not what's it about. It's about. It's rather about Winston not being able to go in with anyone on his team. He can get the bubble, but he will die when he goes in. And Mercy Lucia is not the best diveable targets either. Because we're standing on point close here, so we will win this as long as they have Winston, probably. So they have Junkrat, that's a good pick. Because they should try and kill us before they go to point, because it's very, very dangerous to go on point. So Winston is just hard countering himself, but he's trying to dive a target here. It's the Mercy, that's a good choice of him. Because Mercy could just rest the rail. The rest? Rest the rest. Rest the rest. There we go. And Mercy might be dead here, because she is fallbacking very, very stupid. She is going off point, which is the most stupid thing I can do, because we can't kill Winston now. Symmetra is following, which is really good. That's a really nice job. And trying to save, but... yeah, the Mercy is dying. That thing happening again. If Symmetra can kill this Winston, or just damage him, we will kill him probably. That's really good. And the Symmetra does not have to do too much on the point anyways, because there's no shield at the front line to shoot at all of the time, so it will, and it's very dangerous to stand close to this, because they have Junkrat and they have Ashe. So, and the turrets are still doing work, so it's a totally fine for the Symmetra to fall back here. She would not have done much more damage on the point anyways. And here she's doing more damage on the Winston, and almost saving the Mercy. Good job. I will actually slow down this a bit, so it's a bit easier to follow. Yeah, so that was barely about, that was almost. That was really close. It seems like we were using ults. I don't know exactly why we used that beat so early, but we might be able to push and then do more with it. Winston jumped back in at low HP. Charge share was maybe a bit questionable by the Rhine, by me. But they are not noticing the turrets, so we will win this. And that Winston's dead. Yeah, we have way too much damage for the Winston to do anything, and he went in when he was already low. And there's a couple of cleanup picks here, which should be no problem. Nice. Doesn't seem like there's any... They have a Mercy now, instead of a Moira. Which can work, because they need more damage. That's not a bad pick. The rest, it seems like they're staying the same. We can try and get some early charge here, maybe look for a Winston jump or anything. Try and charge that. There's nothing much here to do other than that. Try to not die early, and maybe pick them up while they're split. Yep, there's the thing. And charge. That is good. It's a Bob there, but he stopped, so that's great. And we're bottom blocking. Let's go. Great. Probably not the best advice ever, but I tried to say some stuff about positioning earlier. This is not only applying to this game. This is about FPS in general. And I hope you were able to get something out of it. Just trying to say a bit how we lost and why. Well, why they lost, I mean, and why we lost that first fight there. It was a bad positioning, and we used cooldowns early because we were standing at a bad spot. There's different places you can go on different maps with different compositions that can be good, but they aren't good anymore unless you stand at the right spots. Because we went to the right place, but we still were not standing in the exact right positions. Just 1 meter to one side by one person, can cost you an entire fight. There also are the small margins that you don't normally see. You don't notice when you... If you're not very, very high rank, you don't notice this stuff, and this is often the thing that causes lower ranked players to look at higher ranked games and they say like, oh, this is nothing different from when I play. But a position mistake, like the one we saw in the beginning of this, would never happen in a higher game. It's about punishing those mistakes. It got punished this time. It probably won't get punished next time in this rank. But it's something to watch out for when you're ranking up. So keep that in mind.